Get ready to go live. All right. I'm glad I have coffee. Oh, you can't hear me now, huh? You can? Oh, great. I fixed that part. I can't hear you is the thing at the moment. So you can talk shit. Talk your plans for the DM. Roger, when you lean in, all I see is forehead. It's awesome as you're eating. Just. Oh, I can do this and then just switch back to Caster Zoom. I don't want to fuck with it because we know it's working. Oh, I see a doggy in the background. No, I saw it walk by Colin because you guys are in the same room. Awesome. One minute. If you can hear me, we're going to start. Are we ready to dance?
I don't know, I'm dancing.
You can dance if you want to.
There it is.
Hey, and welcome to Smooths, a Sunday night Dungeons & Dragon live session. I am Michael Cremeen. I am the Dungeon Master, and we have an amazing cast of characters, some of which are here. Got a couple are arriving, hopefully soon. And the party has had quite an adventure. You can follow along with their character sheets at recklessmoves.com if you want to see their builds. And where the party left it, we had quite an adventure last week. The party did take one Balfa Selleck, a pirate, who was captured. And during the... I'll turn that down. During the interrogation with the bishop, suddenly... out of the corner of their eye, someone observed another bishop, Agnon, sitting outside, tied up behind some barrels. It was learned after a little brutal interrogation of the Balfa Selleck, who teleported out and with a very, very lucky roll, got thrown off the ship by your friend, the Aerial Elemental, and it went from there. It was astounding how that all worked out. So, with the now silenced and handless Balfa Selleck, not looking at anyone in particular, but we had quite an interrogation. It got brutal. So the Roger's like, and it was learned that one of the changeling, as it was learned from interviewing Balfa, Satio Rodere, is supposed to meet Balfa, who was forced at knife point to tell that we'll meet you somewhere. And we're going to meet at the office. It wasn't super clear what it was, a bar called the office, or the office connected to the Colosseum in the capital of Sarazund, the land you're in, is Carburum. So in Carburum, where you guys are headed, you have decided to fly your vessel to nearby, dock it kind of at the mouth of this tributary. On the... Oh, here. I'll make the map active for the stream. So the party is basically in the air on their way to Carburum, where the trying to find one Satio, who is the changeling. And that's where we left it. So, party, we'll take you back to the Happy Cyclops.
Woohoo!
Oh, I didn't do the transition. The spin. So, with that in mind, it's up to you. What do you guys think you can do? Is there anything you want to do on the ship? Any think you guys.
There's nothing in particular that Oob wants to do on the ship. So I'll throw it to the party if anyone wants to do anything.
Hey,
You
Oob.
all have time on this trip for a long rest.
Oop, I was thinking maybe
I don't know.
you
I don't know
should,
if you've used anything since your last long rest, but in case.
I was thinking maybe you should thank our air elemental friend.
Good point.
But you're the only one who can talk to him.
Oh, he has a token now.
He does. He doesn't want to come into the room, but he'll come onto the porch. He doesn't want to hurt anyone.
Oh, he's
appreciate
so
that.
sweet.
I've said I misspoke before. It's Arius, not Arian.
Yeah, I keep getting his name confused
there's
too.
There's another one. Well, anyway, the one you know is Arius.
Yeah, we knew there was
Okay.
2 of them on board the ship, but Oops only talked to 1, I think.
Yeah, only one. So yeah, I'll give him a. Well, I have to see him, so I'll go out. I can't move my token because the game is
Oh, there
paused.
you go. There you go.
But perfect. Okay, so I'll go out onto the porch to see Arius. Is that right?
Yep.
Arius? Okay. And I'll give him a little telepathic little communication and just say, hey, thanks for defending the ship. That was amazing. And I'll ask him, how are you doing? Are you enjoying yourself?
And in your mind, you hear, yes, it has been really fun. I've been flying and it got really cold and I got to go fly into the snow, make patterns.
That's awesome. I'm so glad you're having a good time. I hope that this is still fun. And let me know if you need something.
It is, but we made a change.
Oh, okay. What's that?
So there's let me show you. And from that point of view, can you see this stern and that object?
Hold on, let me look. Let me
I think you
zoom
have to go
out.
further out.
Okay, I'm zoomed out, so click maybe again.
Here, I'll bring you up.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're going on like a big field trip.
Yeah.
Nice.
Should be able to go up to the deck above.
Let's see. It's giving me an error.
All right, we're going to theater mine this until I get the layer fixed. Because I just spent, you have no idea how much time I spent on that.
Oh, no.
Technology.
Technology. Rockham got up there.
Yep.
It was telling me I collided with a wall, so I don't know if I just wasn't in like quite the right spot.
Walk up to the right.
Up.
The stairs on the right.
Oh, somehow I ended up back in the captain's, or not the captain's area, like the little office. Maybe that's why it wasn't. Ah, okay, I see.
Okay. So what he's trying to explain to you, he can't get up there, but you get the idea. He's too big, but
Aw.
but he's up there with you,
Yeah.
and he's pointing out this object, and
Mhm.
he says, "All I had to do was infuse this with air energy and watch. And he goes to the levers on the southeast and he blows into this,
Oh.
and it starts to spin, and you feel the ship lunge and go a little faster,
Oh.
and from below you go, "What are you guys doing up there?" Because Cephas is asking. Notice the controls down below, where you can see out the front of the ship. You have those big windows.
Mhm.
They all light up.
Oh.
So something's been
cool.
activated. He says, "I'd be happy to stay, but you no longer need me."
Hmm. Well, in that
I
case,
sent
sorry.
my cousin home to
Hmm.
tell our family. I hope you don't mind.
Mhm. Do you want to stay or do you want to go back home?
I would like to stay for a while.
All right. Well, I'm
You freed
whatever
me,
you want to do. Yeah.
and you freed. I was able to free my cousin. So I would like to stay and help. There were some not nice people that tried to take your ship. I did kind of spin one away. And the other one flew away before I could swat him.
Yeah, we appreciate that. That was super helpful. Yeah, we don't want any bad guys stealing the ship. But if you want to stick around, we would be so thankful for you to be here. If you want to go home, no hard feelings on that either.
I will stay up here. I like the feeling of this place.
Awesome. I'm glad you're sticking around, friend.
Even though I can't move, I'll move the token up there later, but he's gonna hang out near this this astrolab.
Yay. That's cool. I like it.
So
So he's automated it kind of.
he's activated something. And he looks at Rockham and goes, "You're like me."
Oh. Is he a tinkerer?
Wait, was that Aurelius saying that?
Yeah, to you, Rockham. He goes, you can do things here on here. All you need is he looks at his hand goes out over your helmet and he goes, "No, this is the wrong one."
Oh, I left the Spelljammer helm downstairs. Let me go look at that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go back to the office. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
The stairs do work. I'm leaving the stream upstairs. Well, I can move the stream downstairs.
Oh, Melinda and Robert are joining.
Great.
Perfect timing.
I told her try just audio first to see if it messes with you.
It doesn't matter. It's all right.
So Rockham retrieves the Spelljammer helm.
Yeah, it already bumped me.
Hello.
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 You can activate video.
Hello.
Yeah, you can do it. I'll fix. You're the last two, so I'll fix it.
Okay.
We're role playing, so it's cool. So Rockham picks up the Spelljammer helm. I think I have to do some futzing in my inventory, actually.
Yeah, the helm is like a chair. It's not a helmet.
Well, it's like it's a helmet, but it plugs into a chair,
Right.
right?
No. It's the actual chair.
You don't know. You don't know
Right.
yet, Roger, because
Well,
this
'cause
is
I've-
not your campaign.
That's true.
So no one
Yeah,
knows any of this or how it works
'Cause-
yet.
Because we looted the helm already.
Correct.
And it was in a box. So it wasn't a chair in a box. All right, cool. So I've already unattuned the ring. I've unattuned, and there's a cat in my face. There we go.
That's a good sign.
Kitty said no.
Oh, it's just a sign that I'm at my desk. Stop. Stop it. There. So Rockham picks up the Spelljammer helm
This
and tries to put it on his head. But obviously he's already wearing a helmet.
So in front
Um,
of so wait till everyone's on video because you're about to do something, I think.
Yes.
And I need to get
But
that picture ready. Just wait.
okay. It's this is weird. I can't seem to put this on, and I've never taken the other one off before.
Seems like a predicament.
I know. I was built with this helmet on. I've never seen what's under it.
This is the way.
Yes, it's very Jin Djarin of me.
Who's an ancient name from a different campaign.
Yep.
I feel like I'm moving.
How this works.
It was fine. Oh, we're
Yeah.
And Michael, let me know when you're ready.
I'm just getting video for the latecomers. So everyone on the stream gets to like see how we do this.
A little
Yeah.
BTS action.
A little behind the scenes, yeah. That should be good. All right. So I'm gonna move. Do you want me to show the picture I showed you? Actually, I have
Yeah,
another one. I have another one.
So Rockham kind of tinkers around his collar a little bit, the gorget of his armor, and there's a little switch, and he kind of flips the switch, and the helm retracts into the armor.
Iron Man style.
Yeah. So I'll let the DM take over from here.
Well, you can describe what they see.
So Rockham doesn't have a face per se. What you instead see is a kind of rounded domed jar filled with some sort of liquid, and there's a brain with 2 eyeballs sticking out of it
That's freaky.
Wow.
in the jar.
A little
So-
like that.
I think I've seen that in a horror movie before.
Oob says, I think you need to put your hat back on.
Like, wait. Why would he say that?
I was expecting more of a Marvin Martian.
It's a little freaky looking.
Wait, why is it freaky looking?
The brain in the jar?
You're
My
kind of
head's a brain
exposed,
in a jar.
Well, you
There's no
see,
mirrors in this place. He's never seen this. You are seeing this.
Oob says, Oob says, "Do you know what you look like?"
No, all right, don't worry
Well,
about
I know I'm a little guy and I always wear a
it.
helmet.
Also,
Okay, I'm not going to spoil it for you then.
so,
Never mind. Just ignore me.
Okay. So now I'm attuning to the Spelljammer helm.
Which is, for all intents and purposes, about the same size.
And I put on the Spelljammer helm.
And suddenly you feel like you're floating, and then you're falling, and then you're spinning in circles. You don't have a stomach, so you can't get sick, but it's super
you
disorienting.
don't need to.
And you're the only character who I wouldn't make do a constitution check because you don't have an inner ear or a stomach to get sick. So, but you are in your mind, you're going in all dimensions at once. You see blackness, then brightness, then desert, grass. And then all of a sudden, you see the ship from above, and you see yourself from above. And then you're inside yourself and you're centered. And you feel one with the ship. You can feel the air on the outside, which is a new sensation for you because it's passing through to you. You can feel the movement in the air buffering the ship as you're going at a good clip.
While he's going through all this, is he given any type of outward physical signs from his body that we'd be able to see?
Well, I have no face.
Right. Well, I didn't mean like that. I meant like wobbling or spinning or.
So the one
almost
difference in this
falling.
helm is that yeah, you can do something about that, but it does has an open face compared to yours, which is a closed face. So a little bit of this is you can see just like a sliver of this through. So now you don't need that to do the ship, but
So Rockham kind of just looks around. I'm sure that if he had eyelids, he would be blinking at this point. But he's basically like, guys, I think I have become the ship.
What do you mean?
Like, I feel here, but here is around us. Like I'm sitting around the ship, but I'm sitting around the ship.
Are you okay? Do we need to take that off of you or something?
No, but let me try something. And I do a hard turn to port.
what are you doing? This is all new.
So I'm kind of intuiting what the ship would feel, right? Through the helm.
You don't need to move. Right now, you feel the ship wants to respond, but you're not. You feel the ship, but you're not connected to drive it.
Guys, we need to find a fancy chair for me to plug this hat into.
Fancy chair.
Yeah, it's on the boat somewhere.
Oh,
So I should be able to know where that is.
You just
right?
saw this upstairs. You saw this when you saw Arius, and
Okay.
he had activated that. You did see that you can connect to the astrolab and basically you have to connect there somehow. But once you make that connection, you don't know what's going to occur. And if any of you guys want, you can go upstairs to see that room. I think you've seen it before, but you can go out of this room, go to the stairs to the right, or left. And it should activate. There's little up or down.
So the way I'm picturing this happening is I just kind of hop into the gyroscope here, kind of like Da Vinci's diagram of a man, and just kind of like strap myself in, and then little wires and stuff go into the helm from all around.
As you get closer and you approach the south side where there's this little wire, out of the circuitry, something comes out and attaches to the back of your head, and you feel in control, and it actually leaves and attaches to the back of the head, and now you feel like you can control the ship.
All right, guys, let's see how this works. And I'm gonna take a 20-degree turn to port.
Everyone, 20 degrees is a lot of degrees. So all of a sudden, everyone is kind of thrown off their feet a little bit. Port would be left. So everyone's like,
He's turning to port, so we lean to the starboard.
oh, that's a good point. Yeah. So the ship responds very quickly.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Ooh, does he know
goes-
what he's doing?
I don't think so, but I kind of want to try this. So Oob extrudes a pseudopod right to the back of Arthur's head and says, "Hey, do you feel anything?"
You mean a Rockham's head?
No, Arthur's head. I wanted to see because I saw like the wire, so I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Let me try." And then I threw a pseudopod at Arthur.
And he's like, what do you do,
No.
Arthur?
Please remove your tentacle. No, I don't feel anything. Well, I guess I do feel something, but I don't feel anything different except for a thing on my head.
Well, shucks.
Hey,
Okay.
Hey, Michael, does the ship have a PA system or something like that?
There was one where they could make announcements to the mess hall, remember?
Oh my God, you guys, I am connected to the PA system. I can talk to anywhere on the boat at any time.
Uh-oh. That's bad news.
So, as Rockham is wont to do, he's just going to kind of fly around a little bit more gracefully this time. But he's not necessarily going to go on the agreed upon course because right now he's having fun with his new toy.
Where are you going?
Kind of cutting donuts in the sky.
Okay.
I mean, I
High
just got a
school
new
donuts.
I just got a new toy. I'm kind of playing with it right now.
Are you adding some yaw to that, or are you just throwing us to the side of the boat?
First one side, then the other. Maybe figure eights.
What he's saying is, at first he's just going rough sideways, thinking in 2 dimensions, right?
Yeah.
And you're just
And now I'm
tossing
kind of bobbing
everything
and
from one
weaving
side
and
to
up
the
and
other.
down.
I want you to roll. I want you to roll insight.
Can I use my space vehicle proficiency?
Yeah.
Cool. So that's not advantage, but I get to add my
The proficiency, yes.
+3 at this level.
Okay.
So let me do insight. And then
Okay.
that's a 16.
So for the first week of operating this vessel, you just kind of are doing abrupt turns but you are starting to figure out that you can angle and fly the ship in a more elegant fashion. Like as you, instead of turning left, you can turn left.
Pitch and
It's a
yaw.
little more elegant so that the upright feeling that everyone has stays consistent, not making everyone kind of. Because remember, other people do have stomachs.
Yeah, sometimes
Some
I forget
do.
that.
Yeah, Oop doesn't, but
Oop doesn't,
some
right.
do.
Well, Oob is
do.
fine because Oob can just ooze around. Right?
I'm like a chicken where you
But-
pick them up and the head stays the same.
But and actually, I think Max, from your background, you're not as thrown, but I would say that Ridley and Arthur and Gus are trying to get their sea legs a little bit more. Actually, Gus has a sea background, so you're probably more stable than the others as Rockham gets used to piloting.
So just over the PA, you all hear, I can show you the world.
Nice.
But can you navigate it?
Technically, yes. So he kind of I think that I'm just gonna talk through the PA at this point, like when I'm connected to the Spelljammer helm. Since I don't have a mouth, I'm just rerouting my audio output when I plug in the it's a new device set found situation. So everyone hears over the PA. Wait, where are we going again?
Carbrum.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were gonna park at the Delta.
That was
So-
Gus. That was Gus' suggestion from last time.
Right.
By the way, Max, if you want to do your diary now that you're here, before we land the ship and you guys start hoofing, I gave kind of an overview of the interrogation and stuff.
I'm having
You're-
problems getting logged into the forge right now, so if
Okay.
we can skip
That's
that
okay.
and come
Totally
back to
cool.
that frustration later.
Absolutely. I just thought it would be neat. Okay. So, are you landing the vessel?
Yeah, I'm
where
gonna navigate over there and put it down at the I think it was the easternmost tributary of the Delta over there.
that was to make the shortest walk, I think was the plan.
Yeah. So yeah, I put it down, and I guess I can unplug after I make a presumably safe landing. Unless you want me to roll to land the ship.
No. You're landing on water, it's a ship. It wasn't as graceful as everyone is hoping it will be at some point.
This is very Keanu Reeves of you. Both Johnny Mnemonic and the Matrix.
Well, I don't know who that
Mnemonic,
is,
that's
but I
right.
do own. I don't know who that is, but I do know Kung Fu.
Oh, nice. Okay, so let me pull up the Mandalorian and we'll theater the mind until you guys get to Carburum. How's
All
that?
right, so I'm going to reattune to my ring. Oh wait, do I have to hold attunement to the Spelljammer helm when I'm not piloting it?
Unless you want to reattune every time, but if you want to get on the ship and go at any point, you should keep the
Hmm.
attunement.
All right, so
Yeah, if we have a GTFO situation, you don't want to have to stop and wait
Wait
till
an
it's
hour.
all right, so I kind of gesture eeny meeny miny mo Melinda, or sorry, Max over. And I say, hey, I have this ring and I can't use it anymore. So why don't you use it? And I hand her the Ring of Spell Storing with 4 charges of first level Cure Wounds on it.
Oh, cool.
Because I no longer have an attunement slot.
I'm sorry, to Oobleck or Max? Max, you said.
Max.
Max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have what?
He
Um,
handed you a spell storing ring with 4 charges of cure wounds, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I can no longer attune to it.
Can you store more than just cure wounds in it, or is it just cure wounds?
It is
Right.
a spell storing ring, so you can store, I think, up to 3rd level. Let me look it up.
It should be 5 spell slots or spell levels up to 3rd.
Yeah.
Right, so you can do like a 3rd and a 2nd, or 5 first. But
Any combination up to 3rd level.
Yeah.
equals 5.
When I retrieved the ring, I loaded it with 5 first level Cure Wounds because it was right as Rhett was leaving the party.
and you
And
use
we didn't have a
one.
healer. And I used 1. So
By
we
the way,
have 4.
those guys that got here late, during the transition from when RKM or Rockham he took off his helmet for the first time ever. The
He
helmet
can
went
take off his helmet?
and it went into his armor, and you saw this.
Oh,
But he has
Well,
eyes.
I mean, quite a look.
It has eyes.
Those
Yeah.
are supposed to be eyes on the lid right here and here, but
I'm digging on it, man. That's super cool.
it's actually from another thing, which you may learn later. But anyway,
Oh,
Yeah,
that is-
Futurama.
that's what you saw.
Yep, that's very
But-
cool.
But no one actually told me that's what they saw. So I still don't technically know.
Oh, you've never looked at it?
I've
And
never
he has
seen
no
my own head.
mirrors, and
Uh,
he's never
Oobleck
taken his
was
helmet off until
asking
now.
you right before some other people joined. Oobleck did ask you, do you know what you look like?
And I said no, because I awoke from being built with the helmet on. So I'd never actually seen my own head.
Yeah, I checked my inventory. I don't have a mirror in my inventory. Otherwise, I would have helped you out.
Arthur goes, Jarhead.
Jordan.
I don't remember joining the Marines.
Hoorah!
Hurrah!
I mean, I could make us stick figures. Then can I get some pot schmitz?
Wait, do I have a minute? I
There,
do not.
okay, so I just looked. There are enough shiny surfaces that you can find a place, especially in your quarters, which never would have occurred to you to look. So I'll leave it to you guys if you want how you want to do that. But he is not. You've all seen that he basically has an encased brain in a jar with 2 eyes attached.
I don't want to send him into an existential crisis, so I'm just going to let the point go.
All right. So guys, we're here. Do I take the helmet with me, or does the Spelljammer helm with me, or does it stay on the boat?
You can take it with you, but you could leave it on the boat and use your normal helmet.
Can I have it so that my normal helm can encompass the Spelljammer helm so that I can maintain my typical appearance while still wearing the Spelljammer helm? Because it has no combat utility.
You'd have to do some work to try to do that. But from your artificer background, you know that there's a danger of possibly damaging the helmet. It's kind of one or the other.
Okay. So I'm going to take off the Spelljammer helm and put it in my inventory, and then
So you're taking it with you.
resume wearing my other helmet. But I'm not going to leave it on the ship because that's just leaving the keys in the car.
Okay. Is it going in the bag of holding or?
Yeah, it goes in my bag of holding.
Okay.
All right, guys, let's get going.
So zooming in, you basically have a day's journey. It's a little warmer than when you have been recently. It's still a little chilly out. Being like, it's still almost spring in the seasons, but you've spent a lot of time in the north where it's considerably colder. But you're starting to feel like more like 50-degree days Fahrenheit. I'll say that because, our one country, everyone listening,
America.
you have to convert to Celsius because it's not our fault. So, you've got a day journey. In the distance, you see the city's not that tall. Like, you don't see big buildings. Or like when you approach the tower is massive. It's 8 stories tall. This seems more, as you're even in the distance, you notice it's not built up, it's built out. There are a couple slightly tall buildings, but be like the biggest building, about 3 stories.
So how would we go about finding the office?
Well, that's a good question. Unless
I'm
you're
kind of asking
unless
to
you're
the-
going to
that
be
to the
doing
party.
something else, you're not on the main road. So I'm going to roll something real quick. Okay. It's a pretty calm day. You're walking near the ocean. In the distance, you see. You're not used to walking. Like, it takes a long time to get somewhere. I mean, you're if you put in a good day, and about halfway over, you can camp out, get a rest. This is going to be 2 long days to march to get from where you're parked to the city in order to not have your ship be seen.
Wow, that's
Near
a long
Carburn.
way.
Yeah, each of these grids is 30 miles. So, if you're parked there, you're going to hit the outskirts of the city in maybe a good 2 days march. You'll arrive the second day in the evening. You're going to have to camp out halfway there.
Got it.
Okay, I'm okay camping out.
As long as I have my bucket to sleep in, that's fine with me.
Maybe I could disguise myself to look like Balfa.
All I hit is better get a bucket.
So we're
How are
walking.
you differentiating that bucket from other buckets which might be used for things? Is it a special bucket?
I would think, well, in my mind, I just have my bucket like a helmet all the time.
Oh,
So
okay.
whichever one is mine, it's like, I have it with me.
Oh, it's on
So-
you.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need a sketch of that. Someone with the artistic ability. We need to have a plasmoid with a bucket helmet. Just a bucket with it, and you can use the handle as a chin strap.
So Oob wears a fez.
It's like a metal fez. It's like a metal fez.
I wear fez now.
We have a jar head and a bucket head.
Oh, nice. A jar head and a bucket head.
So we're walking along the. Guys, are we going to be camping along the water too? 'Cause I think he said we were walking along the shore.
Yeah,
I would think so.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Maybe if there's a tree line nearby, we could sort of go up into the tree line so we're not like out in the open if ships come past.
Roll a. That's a good point. And what are you doing? What are the instructions for your ship?
Basically for the
For your first mate, your quartermaster, the crew.
to go slightly offshore, protect the ship.
Okay, so they're
Because they can
anchoring
still
offshore.
sail it as a ship without the Spelljammer helm, right?
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
someone else can talk to Arius, and
Yeah, I was gonna say they still have Arius, so Oob could give directions to Arius.
Yeah, I can do that.
so they're basically gonna anchor offshore, look out for trouble. If trouble happens, what do we do?
I'll tell Arius to just do what they did last time and fling him off.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, just defend the ship with excessive force.
Okay. So after a pretty long, you feel rested, but it's not the easiest path you've chosen. So I kind of need I need a survival check for the first rest. Anyone, just give me a sense of everyone roll survival.
Not one of my best things.
I just want to get a sense
Oh,
of
shit.
it.
I got a 16.
Yeah.
Do we have to roll this from beyond? Oh wait, I have my character sheet up. Excellent.
You can roll it any way you want.
I don't think I have any tool proficiencies that help survival. So let's roll it. That ain't bad. Just I'm going to use a use of my built for success feature to roll a d4 on top of that. So that's a 16.
So two of you got 16s.
I
You're
got
able
a
to
4.
find basically as you're walking along, everyone's getting you're eating hardtack for lunch, and you have enough fresh water in your water skin for now. You do find a little kind of a clearing that's a little off the shore. So there's no obvious paths that you guys see, so you don't feel like anyone's trekked this way recently. You feel pretty safe in this area where you're staying the first night. With your passive perception, you have a pretty uneventful night. I assume you're using rations, or you go hunting and cooking. What are you doing?
I can eat sticks.
I would think that we tried not to have a fire going, because at night that's going to show our location.
Okay.
And
So I would think just regular rations.
And I guess RKM can take watch because he doesn't have to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, Oop doesn't either, so we can trade off.
Excellent.
Or you could do it together and watch in different directions.
Oh, good point.
Does anyone have tiny hut? Yeah.
Arthur does.
I do, yeah.
So
Oh, well, that's nice.
I remember you wanted to do that in the temple. That's why I asked. So you can use that if you want. It's warm. It's warm inside that.
Is it worth it? Well, I guess if we're taking a long rest right now.
Yeah, because you'll get your spell
Yeah,
slot
okay.
back.
That's fine. Yeah, well, I'll just cast Tiny Hut then.
And inside there, suddenly the wind cuts out completely. It's perfect temperature inside. You don't need a fire. You could light one, but it get very smoky.
And you can color the inside, the outside, whatever you want, so it looks camouflaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll camo it for now. Yeah, I'll camo it into the forest, into the scene that we're chilling in.
So throughout the evening, other than hearing normal like birds and occasional howl, nothing occurs. You have a very good. It's kind of beautiful, and oh, we lost video for
Uh-oh.
Glenn and Rob.
Yeah, they're having issues getting into the game. They might have restarted.
Okay,
No, Robbie's in. Mel can't get in.
weird.
Yeah, but if the stream is running from Mel's computer, then restarting her computer would take out
Yeah.
their camera. So we have a pretty uneventful rest, I hear.
Yes,
So we could take long rest.
you can take long rest.
Huzzar.
There you go.
Excellent. So
I'll have to add you back, Roger. Sorry. So as you're awakening in the
It'll
morning,
change again once they come back.
you do hear some footsteps to your north from where you're stopped.
Ooh, okay.
Roller. It would be the second ship. So roller perception. Oob. Okay. You basically just hear footsteps. You don't have like you think they're to the north.
I was also on watch. Can I roll as well?
You're both watching at the same time? Because I thought you were
Well, yeah,
neither of
taking
us had to
shifts.
sleep.
Neither one of them have to sleep, so they're just watching.
They're both watching all night.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, roll.
That's not great, but you know what? I have a feature.
I was going to say, you both kind of suck at this.
I mean, you don't have to sleep, but you're not very perceptive.
Hey, that's an 11.
There you go.
An 11. Okay. Yeah, but you still kind of you definitely hear you both hear footsteps from the north, but you're looking at kind of different directions. One of you think it's over there, it's over there. Can't really tell.
So I guess Rockham will wake the party and say, "Hey guys, I think there might be someone coming."
Yeah, I concur. I just don't know where it's coming from or what it is.
Okay. So you do wake up the party. Everyone after 8 hours, unless you're recasting it and using it, Arthur, the tiny hat goes away. So you're all awake. You don't hear these footsteps getting closer. But
Could
you
I do
still
a
hear
perception
them.
now?
Yes. Now that you're awake,
14.
okay. You after they wake you up, you kind of look and you listen. And it sounds to you like there's two large creatures. They sound like large footsteps to you with your background in that role.
Okay. So I'll share that information. And
I can put us back in a tiny hut, but I'll be burning some of my magical essence to do so.
yeah, I don't think that's necessary. I
Everyone's
have
awake.
I draw my short bow and just have it readied. Just kind of trying to track the sound with the bow, just in case. I'm not shooting anything because I don't know what it is. Don't know if it's aggressive. Just want to be ready.
Okay.
We could draw whatever it is closer to us so we could see it.
Do we
Looking-
want to see it?
I'm looking something up. I don't know.
Yeah, what if we just
That is the question.
what if we just let it go and we wait and see if it or they continue on?
We could, but I'm also pretty excited to see what it is. What if it's a friend?
We can look
What if
from a
it's not?
distance.
I mean, we've beaten not friends before.
That's true.
Guys, I think I'm gonna look for it. And
Oh no!
and I would like to roll stealth to try to
Oh no!
Stealth with disadvantage.
The
Yes.
metal man is rolling stealth.
Go for it, dude.
And a 6. I would also like to roll stealth and go in a different direction, sort of circumvent the direction that Rockham is going.
He's smart, but he doesn't temper that intelligence with wisdom at all.
Yeah, I'm not going to walk right with him. I want to try to sort of go in a different direction, but twice as quietly.
Okay.
That is a terrible stealth for me.
Honestly, if he's trying to stay away from me and I'm making a bunch of noise, that might as well be advantage.
So that's 12 with disadvantage.
Oh no, the 12 was mine.
Oh, a 6 and a 12. Between the two of you, you've pretty much broken every available twig on the ground as you're trying to approach, go to the north. So
I'm
you're
still
going
sleepy, so I'm just.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't make you coffee, okay?
Oh, we didn't have time.
and
I'm
All
trying
right.
to stay like 20 feet away from Rockham, where I could still see Rockham, but back in the trees a little off the path from where he is.
okay.
But I'm still not super quiet.
The footsteps stop temporarily as you're making this noise. You're hearing them closer.
Can I
Is
see
that
anything
because
yet, or
we're
are
getting
they
closer
still
to
in the-
them, or they're getting closer to us, or we don't know?
You don't know.
Can I
You
can I
guys
see
are.
them?
Is anyone
at
else
this point?
going, or is these two are going north and making a lot of noise?
Oh, well,
I hang back.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
we
can hear you, Robbie.
All right, cool. Can you see me?
Not
Yeah.
yet, but we're working on it.
All
Oh.
right, cool.
I can in
Uh,
Zoom. I can on the.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll go with.
I'm making new little.
Are you going with me, or are you
icons.
going with Rockham?
Where's
Or
the
are you
most
going in your
dangerous
own
thing that
direction?
people need to get hit?
So, Gus, which way are you going? Rockham.
I'm
Me and
so-
Rockham are going like parallel, but we're about 20 feet apart.
Oh, fair enough. You know, I think Walkham can take quite a hit. I'm gonna go with my sneaky friend. I'll hang out with you, Roger.
All right. I'm not quite so sneaky this morning because I haven't had my coffee yet because he just woke us up and the tiny hut disappeared. Now we're hearing footsteps and I got my
Oh.
bow ready, but I am stepping on twigs and dried leaves. And
Since
Not
you
having a
guys,
good morning.
since you guys are here now and you got woken up, for Max and Gust, I'd like you guys to roll perception.
Go
I
ahead.
think we may have fixed Melinda's,
No, we haven't.
but we're getting
No.
closer.
No, we're not.
All right.
I don't know what's going on.
But you know what you could get out of me? Are perceptions. That's probably something that I can use. Perception checks.
I can roll for
Yeah.
you, Melinda, if you're having issues with Forge. Don't worry about it. I can roll for your character, whatever needs to happen.
Yeah, but
she
I'm
asked
even,
if you could send an invite.
it's fine. I'll figure it out.
We can fix it at the break.
Guys, can we burn these digital dice?
That would be a really good idea.
So as you yeah, I can do that at the break.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Not right this moment. Go for it. My whole game's theater of the
coming
mind, man.
towards you out of the woods, you see two they look sort of like walking. Here, I'll give you a picture.
I do like pictures. All new books I'll reads.
Oh, I have to do it on the screen. Sorry, give me a second. Too many screens. Well, not too many screens, just wasn't. You kind of see
Oh,
a couple walking, look like trees. And they come through kind of like the clearing, looking much like the trees around you. And they just look at you.
I'll hide my axe. Actually, my axe just looks like a pole when I'm not using it, so I'll get worried for a moment, but, you know, I'll
Rockham
do...
just-
And they
Well-
start speaking in first, does anyone speak Sylvan?
Actually, I think that all my dues. Let me double checks.
Languages were never my strong suit.
Features, right? Languages.
I think so.
Attributes.
Attributes. Cool. That's a thing that I
No,
can't find.
I've got Elvish, not
Attributes.
Sylvan.
So they start
Close, but no
talking
prize.
in Sylvan. They go, oh no. They look at each other. They try Elvish.
I can speak Elvish.
What small people are here and they didn't light a fire? I think we might not need to smash them. Well,
I
we
speak
don't
in
know
Elvish.
yet.
Hello.
Whoa, you speak the Elven. We try, and they try Druidic, and they go, do anyone know us Druidic? Elven?
Yes.
Do you speak the common tongue?
Nope. All got
Oh,
that one.
That too.
Okay. What are you doing in my woods?
Just
Definitely
passing
not.
through.
They're
lighting
not your
fires.
woods, they're our woods. Oh, well, okay. What are you doing in our woods? And he rolls his eyes a little bit.
We're traveling to the city to the south. And
Why would you go to a city when we have this?
I know it's a terrible idea, but it's something that we have to do as humanoids.
We're hunting
But,
a
we were-
hunting a shapeshifter, actually.
We were traveling along the shore, and your tree line looks so inviting. We wanted to spend the night there.
And you didn't even light a fire. You made a magic hut.
Yes,
Very
it's safer for the
clever.
trees.
I like it. Well,
I'm
I
getting
guess
very
we
one of
shall
us
let you
vibes.
pass.
Raj, I'll be
Thank
quite-
you. We
that's
appreciate
quite
that.
nice of you.
What are your names?
I am Donoran, and this is my other Aram.
Pleasure to meet you. I am Ridley. This is Gust. And
Aye.
the metal man over there, that's Rockham.
Hmm. Very good names.
Donovan, I've got a question for you. Do you have friends in other forces?
Well, we do. We to ourselves. Sometimes your tiny beings aren't very nice to the trees.
Very true. Very, very true.
Oh,
Can
Mr.
do you have a
Yeah.
token that you could give us that we could show to your brethren in other places so that
That,
they know that we're
Rockham-
not hurting them?
Rockham, that's exactly where my head was at. Because we could also pass on a message if perhaps someone has heard of the obvious great Donovans.
Donorin. But I like it.
Donovan.
I know. I could. We have not heard from our brethren. Let me close this. Icon. Did it close on the map?
Yes.
Okay.
I like Donovan, though. It's a really cool image.
But he says, we have not heard from our brethren to the north, east of the mountains. We can send messages through the roots. Is that the word you use?
Oh,
yes.
yeah. The spiky speeds at your feet.
We do have a friend who takes messages for us sometimes. He's a druid of your people named Aoth.
Off.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a druid to the north.
Those of you that
But to those to the
have
east.
a memory in the game would remember that you met him with Bishop Agnon briefly before you
Can
took your trip to go south to get the pirates.
All right. Cool. We have an N.
So you know Aoth. You don't know where he is, but you've met him. So that I'll give you that.
Oh,
Was
the
Aoth
guard
in
that
in the bar that one time?
No, he was with Bishop Agnon.
Okay, in the tower, the
Yes.
temple. Okay.
But that was before we brought Balfa back.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a clean slate, dude. Can I try to describe him to the Ent? Not
Well,
Ent.
he
but
just used the name.
human.
He just used the name Aoth.
Well, I know a druid with that name, so possibility.
This is an omen.
Oh,
You know,
I'm a big fan of omelets.
the omen is. Ooh, Aram would think. I think we should just tell them. We will ask of you to find Aoth and send him north.
You do?
To the woods nested right at the Dreadbane Mountain.
Dreadbane Mountains.
It is a
Look at
long
that.
journey.
Dreadbane Mountains. Yeah, we have not done that yet.
It's east of
Over
Saldos.
here, yeah, over
Northeast.
here, guys.
Yep.
That is some serious. That is some high level shit.
Boob's gonna be very crusty if we go up to those snowy mountains.
So
We
just,
will get you a
clarifying,
Yeah, we'll get you a sterno.
Well,
for your-
Aoth is a druid, and if he's been there before, he could probably travel via plants and get there pretty easily.
especially if they have a network with roots. That's how that travel works.
Yeah. So
Are these
it
also the
would be a lot
Dreadbane
easier for
Mountains?
him than us. I'm sorry, what was that, Rockham? I talked over you.
Yeah, it's okay. Are these also the Dreadbane Mountains, or are we only talking about up north, up here?
It's one big mountain range.
Yeah, and there just seems to be a obvious pass here. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
that's
they're
probably
all the way
your-
up at the north.
Yeah,
Yes.
but like
labeled.
that's probably the pass, and I'm gonna bet he means up here, probably the highest one, which would be this dude, because D&D.
Probably in this forest here then, because
Yeah.
that's the foot of the Dreadbane Mountains.
So, Rockham here is this. The Ents are speaking in Common, right? They're not speaking in Elvish right now.
Correct.
Yeah.
So cool. I understand that. So I pull out my my Rocky Talkie to call Bishop Agnon.
Yo, Temple
And-
Daddy.
Temple Daddy. I say, hey, Temple Daddy.
I just like to think he
If-
has a pager.
Aoth is still with you. Some trees want him to go to the Dreadbane Mountains.
That's all you're saying?
Also still alive.
Also, if he's also still alive, I think I have enough letters or enough words.
So you hear back. Well, it would be good to know the names of the trees that would like this message, but I will be seeing Aoth soon. I'll send you a message once he's back with us.
Cool.
Temple Daddy has to be our best friend, like our greatest fan, because like we do some crazy ass shit. It's like, how the hell do you know my druid in the north that also speaks to trees that where you are currently? Like the stories he gets from us, he's just a fan reading a book,
Well, he knows that we met the guy, the
Yes.
druid.
So, inside baseball,
Yeah.
I've had to add, you were going too fast through everything.
Yeah.
So I'm making connections.
Well, that's amazing, man. That's
Yeah,
great.
I
You know,
love it.
all that means is that we're really enjoying your game and we're applying ourselves.
Yes. Um, you know, it
No,
all started
yeah.
with the diving into the pond.
It's
all
all
Mandy's
Mandy's
stuff
fault.
that there's no way they're gonna find this.
Well, when you have an oob.
It was
I
so
mean-
Yes.
it was so random. Like I was like, what do I do now?
Oh, that's Mandy.
So anyway,
She is
What can I
amazing at
say?
chaos.
Yeah.
back,
neutral.
back to the game. So we thank you and you are welcome in our little forest. And she goes, yes, and if you do fire, let us know, because we don't want unregistered fires.
No
Are you okay
problem.
with loud noises? I'm less a fire person
We
and more a
don't
loud noise.
really, we don't really hear the way you hear.
Okay, good.
Oh,
We'll do our best to protect the trees.
how about a guide? I mean, do you got a particularly smart owl that you could, make sure that our path doesn't tread on any of your young bushes?
Who?
Not meant to be as sexual as it sounded.
So
It was an honest act, and I'm sorry that I said it the ways that I does.
it's okay.
Robbie has arrived.
We
I had technical
don't,
difficulties in still having them, so
True.
it took me a
Mhm.
little while to catch ups.
we don't know of owls.
Oh,
who-
the ones
we
that
know
throw up.
owls, but we don't use our animal friends for messages.
Actually, we were planning on just following the shoreline, which is pretty clear. So I don't think we'll have to worry about that too much.
Shouldn't we just walk with these guys? It's not like they have a post to pick up. You want to go that way? And I point up the way that we're going.
Well,
All means.
as that human place grew, we have no problem with them taking trees. But they were indiscriminate. And they took young trees, not the older ones that should have been used. It's a circle. And they never plant it clear. So some of the humans, they need us to protect the trees and bring up the young ones faster so they can take the older ones, which would fall in anyway. They're violating the circle. So we don't want to go that way. And they don't come this way anymore. They have stopped expanding.
Well, that's good.
They're building more toward the water.
So that's more beneficial
if you look at
for them.
Carburum, you'll notice
kind of beautiful.
there's no real trees right up close to it.
Right.
Like there are right up close to other places. Right?
Yeah, if you look at Caswick, there's trees right up to it,
Right.
Cardamom?
but not at Carburum.
Everywhere else, pretty much.
Cardamom, not Harderin.
Would
Cardamom.
you like
Carburum.
Would you like us to ask them to plant more trees around outside of the city?
I wish you the best of luck in your endeavor.
What do you think's of great soil? Right. If we need to kill a lot of people, could we ship them to you and let them be interred in your soil to help your young brothers?
Are you talking about composting dead
I
bodies?
am talking about recyclations.
That's very green of you.
Well, I mean,
Well, that's
seem
what
to
we
kill
do
a
with
lot
people
more
that violate. We push them down
Oh,
so they can become soil as our breezy friend.
guys, we don't gotta dig no
Donovan-
more grapes.
Do you have any seeds that you could give to us, and we could plant some around the city, so we don't have to ask them to do it. We could do it ourselves.
Why would you do that?
Well,
Hey, I don't think that would be very welcome from the city.
We're not personal friends with anyone in this city.
I see.
in fact,
We
we're-
have plans. We have a mission that we're on in the city. We've never been there. We have no personal friends there. We have no attachment to them. And personally, I like you better than I believe I'm going to like them.
They look at
You
each
didn't try
other
to smush us.
and
I'm not a druid, but I like nature.
they think
Hell, I'm not even magic.
and they look at each other. She reaches down and she holds her hand out like to give you something.
Put both my hands up.
And she shakes her hand, and there is a bunch of small seeds that dump into your hand. A lot.
Okay, so I carefully take them and grab an empty pouch off of my belt and put them into the pouch. I will plant
Mhm.
these around the area, around the outside of the city as much as I can.
We wish you luck in your endeavors. And they
Thank you.
both turn and look at all of you one at a time, kind of like to remember who you are. And they walk off into the trees.
I
Oh,
look
look
at
over.
Gust and say,
Yep.
they would have killed us.
Did you see how big they is?
Yes.
They're quite big. Yeah. Don't
But
fuck
now
with
we have
trees.
friends.
Yes, yes. Oh, in fact, we should really, truly, like, make some friends with large trees. It's not a bad idea.
Well,
And in the
we've got to
distance, you
start.
hear, "You ain't whistling Dixie." And that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that was fun. I like the tree dudes.
maybe we can get Mel into the game.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't know what's going on.
Maybe you
Yeah.
can just give Rob access to Mel's token.
I can do
We've done that
both.
before, and it didn't work out very well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard because, like, especially if we're not gonna fight, it works fine.
Right.
Like, I mean, like, but if we're fighting because
All right,
you're
we're going on break.
the
That's how we came back from break. Go away, spam. That's right. All right, so well, where we left it, you guys had made some nice friends with some trees. Donovan and Aram, and oh, long pauses. All right, so as you awake after this event, well, it was in the morning when this occurred. You've got some seeds, and you have a day's march to the east to get to Carburum. Okay, are you just like throwing them around? Okay. So as you go ahead, I was gonna say, you guys are welcome to talk as you're walking along. I'm not. So getting near the city around dusk, you start seeing lights pop on in the city. It's kind of in the near distance. You start seeing the city light up at night, and the path into Carburum, which you'll need to, if you're approaching the city directly from the west, yeah, right. So, but by the time you get near there's there are there's a bit of foot traffic. There's some carts and some wagons. Clearly, some of the wagons are guarded by people on foot. Some are guarded by people on horse. There's a variety of foot traffic, and there's almost no tracks off that road. It looks like people are staying right on the road. As you get closer, you don't really see. There are definitely there's massive gates at the outside of the city, but they're wide open. It doesn't appear that there are any protection, and the architecture of this place is almost like it continuously being added on and sprawled out. Similar architecture, a lot of wood, a lot of kind of like old Victorian style, where you see they've got plaster and for the front. The roofs are all thatched wood, and you see some chimneys going with some smoke coming out. Seems like and this is at dusk. There's as you get closer to the city, there are some outliers, vendors who are available kind of like surrounding the roads, but they definitely have carts and horses, so they can get into the gates quickly if they needed to. So there's some tents outside. It's more ramshackle until you get into the city. So are you entering the city, or are you I'm looking at your passive perception stuff. So you guys, the vibe seems welcoming to you. It seems welcoming to you. You don't get the same impression for Ublek or Arthur and Max. So it's not as if anyone's stopping you, but you're getting kind of you're just not getting positive vibes at all. So the humanoids, you're talking about so no one's asking you, but what I'm pointing out from your passive perception alone, the humanoids like Gust and Ridley and even Rockham, you guys you feel the vibe is normal. The rest of you feel it's a little like not bad, but you don't feel welcome. They're not like, no, but the buskers coming by like at their shops saying, hey, we got some of the best jerky. We got deer jerky. We got lots of bacon. And they're trying to more approach the humans. Yeah. They're not trying to sell to Ublek. Hey, a rasher of bacon, 5 silver. All right. 2 silver. Best offer. So wait, let me get understand that. You're gonna take this bacon and you're gonna soak it in napkins and eat the napkin? Oh. So you have 2 rashers of bacon for 2 silver if you want it. And you could also, I would call these better rations. So that's kind of as you're walking along, a lot of the vendors are food. So you've cooked and wrapped. But they wrapped it in it's paper. You know, like butcher paper, yeah. Okay, then they don't see you. They don't see you. So they just see, they see 5 players, 1 carrying a bucket. Okay. I've not heard that song. Is that a new one? Is that from the city? Wow. Well, have a great trip. Yeah. I can go out tonight now. And there are there's opportunities to fill your food stores. I'd say if you wanted to have like turkey and they've actually got 1 item for sale, which is how much this one vendor's like, you look thirsty. He shows you now this is a special item. I have a blue one. I've got this gold one. I've got an orange one, and basically it's can produce a lot of things magically. It's only 4,000. They just stare at you. Do you have that item? Wait, you don't have one, but you have an infusion to use one. You've had one before. Wait, you have one? Oh, okay. I'll buy it from you. No. That's retail. I have to make money. I'll offer you 1,800. But that's not how trade works. So you're gonna sell yours? All right. How can you make another one? Separately, how do you make these? But you have to have the magic item to replicate. Up to what type? Oh, so this is like a replica, not a real one. So you're gonna sell, okay. I just want to be clear. You're gonna sell this thing to him. Okay. But at some point it's gonna disappear. Okay, out of meta, back in character, but I had to ask. So you have the item, but you don't. Right. Right. And I remember there was one night you used it for beer. 4 gallons of beer. 4 gallons. That's a lot of beer. That would be a constitution check for survival. So you're selling it for 1,800. Okay. Thank you. If you want platinum, it's 180. You're going, you transact this, you're going into the city. And as you were walking away, by the way, he tested it, and he tested it, and he poured out a whole lot of beer, and it worked. Right? Works. Yeah. Yep. Why not? So as you are getting toward the gate, there's a little bit of a line, not long, but the guards are checking carts, kind of like, and one of them has a big board with some vellum on it. He's writing notes and keeping a record of what comes in the city. So there's kind of like checking at the gate, and as a couple of people go ahead of you and you guys get closer, they look at you. Welcome to Carburum. What is your business here? Let the bard talk. Yes, are you traveling through, sir? Are you staying long? Are you passing through? Do you already have lodging? Oh, I highly recommend Gretchen's. Gretchen's is the best lodging ever. Oh. Oh, so you have some knowledge. Well, you look like you've got some. You might be able to afford the office. Would a 5 gold per person be acceptable? And you don't have any. Oh, well, maybe I could recommend somewhere else. Like the Dragon's Egg is our best residence. Oh. It is our mid-range, and well, and looks at the other guy. We could definitely arrange that for you if you like. And he kind of holds out his hand a little bit. I could arrange that for you if you'd like to. How many nights would you like? So, well, thank you, sir. We'll make sure to. Bob! Take these guys down to the office. We'll escort you. We'll escort you. So what you guys pretty much if a guy you're never really gonna interact with, they're often Bob or Bill or Jim. If they're in other words, they're probably not going to make it to the website or onto a spreadsheet. Oh yeah, yeah. Isn't that the calm painter guy too? Oh, there's a new movie coming out from him. Anyway, what is this movie word he uses? Now I'm off on a tangent. Okay, so he escorts you down the street. You see Bob is a human. The other guard was a human. You mostly see humans in this town. Mostly. You see, an elf. As you're walking through, there's a lot of people in it. It's a pretty big town. If you look at the size, like it's not all to scale on the map, but it's big. It's it covers 50 square miles aggregate. It's massive. There's only three other bigger towns: Aerozil City and another city you haven't heard of yet, way to the south. But in Carburum, you're walking a ways, and he goes, it's quite a walk. And he whistles, and a cart drawn by a horse that is plenty for you to sit on comes up. And he hands the guy 2 silver and says, take them down to the office. So you see that you've already seen the trickle down, like the tipping society. So you're starting to get, especially, I guess especially Arthur, he knows, and ironically, Arthur and Ridley are most familiar. As you are passing on this cart, you're moving much faster. As you're passing a couple beautiful inns and some, you hear some sounds from bars. You see a bunch of people on the street. You see a bunch of guys sitting outside singing around. Someone playing a lute. Not that great. Arthur's, it's local. Yeah, thumbs down. But it's a lot of activity. In one of the places that is not as well lit, Ridley, you see in Thieves' Cant called the Dugout. The Dugout. And it's not much further down where they pull over, and you're in no windows at all. Big building, but no windows. And it just has, in nice script, the office. And he drops you off. No. In Thieves' Cant, there was the Dugout that only Ridley noticed. Yeah, only Ridley reads Thieves' Cant and saw the Dugout. You're all dropped off out. Yeah. Right. I'm just saying that only Ridley reads Thieves' Cant and sees a place called the Dugout. The rest of you are dropped off at a place called the Office. Oh, if I had foresight, I should have made the characters inside like, I didn't even think of it. Okay. I will say you could have made that happen right before you went into the city. Sure. What are you trying to do? So you're talking to the party about this idea. Okay. Yeah. And so Ridley, are you saying you want to disguise as Bulbasaur? I'm rearranging the people then. I see. Okay, so Ridley, you're coming in. What you see, I'm gonna tell you what you see on your way in, because remember, it's no windows. But there are two guys that just come out to smoke a pipe, and they look like they're dressed kind of in those acolyte robes, or that they definitely look like acolytes from the temple, and they're outside. They do bronze. So as you walk up the stairs to this place, so the only windows are in this entryway. I'm gonna put your character sheet. I guess since you're doing it this way, I'm going to rotate. I've got the stream character, and I'll have Ridley in there. And so I'm letting you do one at a time as you're going through. Okay. I know. Okay. So You see your token? Okay. So I'll let you, as you walk up, hold on, let me, just a sec. These two guys look over, give you a little nod. They're really not doing anything. Oh, I'm sorry. It's paused. I apologize. Go ahead. So the stream sees you walk in. That's awesome. You see a hallway, left and right. You don't see anyone, but you hear noise ahead of you. And you find yourself in a big room. Excuse me, sir. This guy dressed in gold says, there is a 1 gold entry fee. If you are going to be staying the evening, that would be 5 gold. And your 1 gold does include 2 drinks of your choice. You would pay me, please. And we don't have a bar. We have a wait staff. Oh, will you be staying? May I get your name and I will let our matron know. Sir, your name for the register? Where did you, who would have told you this? If you don't want your name in the register, that would be generally another 5 gold. If you don't want your name written down. So that'll be 11 total if you don't want to be in the register. Oh, welcome aboard, sir. And sit anywhere, and we will have someone wait on you. Oh, that's the wrong token. Sorry. So, this woman walks up to you. She's a little older, but very well kept. I see that you have chosen one of our finer tables. What may I get you? Your first drink, and I'll throw in a stack. A snack? Oh, sorry. So what would you like to drink, sir? Absolutely. From the south. It's fantastic. From the jungles regions, it's very rich. We'll return. And she goes off through these doors and very quickly comes back and brings you a bottle of wine and a glass. course, of course. Yeah, you go through those doors. Where are they? I'm looking. Due south. It's I didn't change it. Yeah. It's due south. There's you'll figure it out. There's a little fireplace. There's 3 stools that you can sit on. Okay. So great. What would they look like? I'll bring them to your table. Okay. Sounds great. Well, who's coming in next? Okay. Yeah, you can open the door, go in there. Yep. It's the only privy with a fireplace. So who's going in next? I'm sorry. Rockham? So as you walk through Rockham, you see these 2 guys sitting out with bronze badges, smoking a pipe. They look at you and they go, nice armor. Well, thank you. We pride ourselves in this city to keep ourselves clean. They're not in the room yet. On the stream, no, on the stream, it's I'm seeing them on the stream. No, you're just a little dark, lighting wise, but they're there. They're not. Oh, hold on. Yes, there's one on the eastern wall. Okay, roll your. What would you do? Yeah, disguise it. Would you have proficiency in that? Okay. Do you have a skill in disguise kit? Okay. For you, yes. Well, that's 22. You're yeah. You So Rockham comes in. Rockham, you have to move yourself. Because you walk in. Oh, hello. Oh, quite nice armor. The entry is 1 gold. If you're staying the evening, it is 5. And if you give me your name for the registry, or if you don't want to be in the registry, that would be another 5 gold. So, oh, you're not staying the night. Okay. You don't require. Okay. Find yourself a seat anywhere. And this woman says, "Oh, he did say a smaller man in armor might be joining him. There was a gentleman that was sitting at this table. If you'd like to join, you see a bottle of wine and a glass on the table." "And what can I get you to drink, sir?" Well, would you want? We have a very good stout. It is a very strong ale. Very good, sir. And she goes off into the kitchen, comes back, and places a little stein in a glass at the table in front of you. Good, sir. And she goes kind of back to her position. Okay. Anyone else coming in? So, and this woman comes up and goes, "Oh, hello, sir. There's another gentleman here at the table with wine. What can I get you, sir?" And the guy at the door looks at you and goes, "Excuse me. I don't know how you got by me, but we do have an entry fee here, sir." Oh, sir. I apologize. I had no idea, and I will be I'll be at your way. Get him what he wants. Wow. And as he goes off, he goes, "I have no idea. He got by me. How did he get by me?" And what would you like to drink, sir? Very good, sir. Good choice. It's wine from the south, the jungle area. Very rich. And she goes off to the kitchen, brings another bottle and a glass. Your companion, I don't know where he went, because she was in the kitchen when you were in the bathroom. Oh, well, I guess it happens to the best of us. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, but maybe this wine will calm your stomach. Are you staying? There's no charge, of course. Wonderful. Now your companion across said he wasn't staying. Okay. I see. Okay. Is there a, did you ask if there's a potted plant? Okay. I'm not gonna ask why. Okay, so there's not a potted plant right behind you. There are. No, there's fires in the corners. There's no plants in this room. Now, they've gone inside. Who is anyone else going in? In what order? Okay. I'll put you. These are. Yeah, they're open. So you, Max, I'll show you. You walk in. There's these two guards that are outside just smoking a pipe. They don't acknowledge you. You guys all here. There's a Gust and in a bucket. And this. Oh, okay. There you go. So the four of you go in, and the gentleman at the door goes, "Well, we have quite a crew." And he kind of looks over at Ridley in disguise, and he goes over and looks at you as if to, is this okay? Oh, if you're with our esteemed gentleman, there's no charge. It would be great if you would be so kind as to tip the wait staff, but we do not have a door charge for anyone that is accompanying such a esteemed fellow. So I'm just going to move you to seats just to make it easier. And he goes, oh, he looks up at you. Now, Oob, are you in the bucket still? And so Anya comes over and she goes, well, we have quite a party, don't we? What would you all like to drink? And just takes your drinks orders, whatever they might be. And I see you brought your own beverage. Okay. But we have, I can take that for you. Did your bucket just say it's for me? And Anya is like, keeps looking at the doorman, and the door line goes, Okay. They have a bucket that talks. But is this like a new? Is this a test? They're out there talking like, and you can hear them from because of your exceptional hearing for the GIF. But they're like, but they have a bucket that talks and like it ate it put stuff in it and when it disappeared and went poof. Okay, just he's got a gold badge. Just let him do what he wants. Shut up. Yeah, she's like, she just brings a bunch of drinks around. And I have been informed that accommodations are complimentary. I can return your, I didn't know your, I don't know where your friend went. You might want to check on him because oh, okay. Should I check? Okay. Let's just everybody out. And she goes around and kicks these other two people out. There's three other people in the place, and she kicks them out. So this one guy goes, fine. I don't have enough money for this. But anyways, town is going to shit. And goddamn, everything's so expensive. Fine. I was going to stay here, but screw this if I'm going to be kicked out of the room. And he leaves. This other guy leaving glances at Ridley on the way by and goes, can you hear me? We're getting kicked out. See you at the Coliseum main entrance. Meet me in the morning, 9 o'clock. Yes. And he leaves. This other guy's sitting over here. He's not moving. He's not, you haven't really noticed, but he's not moving at all. He's and Anya says, oh, he's not alive. It's a long story. Oh, he's mummified. He's fine. Now, sure. Well, okay, so this is an example that was set from people that steal within Carburum. Every bar has a sacrificial lamb. they were all thieves or tried to cheat at cards or rip people off. Understood, sir. Yes, we appreciate that. We'll leave you to your devices. And if you need anything, and she puts a bell on the table, if you need anything, let me know when you're ready for your rooms. I'll go prepare them. And she goes down into the kitchen area, and this guy at the door, I'll be outside, and I'll keep everyone out. We'll put them in one of our smaller rooms for their entertainment. I mean, their entertainment. And he goes to the door and shuts the door. Actually, there's no one in the room to see that now. Well, you don't see anyone except for this dead stuff guy. Thanks. Yeah, we all get influences for our ideas from everywhere, don't we? Is your perception 18 passive, Arthur? Okay, well then, as you're sitting around talking, Arthur, you see the slightest movement from this guy sitting in the chair who you just been told is dead. And that's where we're going to end tonight. Dead guy moving. Unpredictable is the name of the game, apparently. We'll see you next Sunday, 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Have a great week.